Hey, what's going on? Justin here with Mystery Tackle Box. Got Mr. Rob Turkla, aka LunkersTV, with us here today. We're gonna be doing some early pre-spawn fishing.
See you, dude.
We're gonna be doing some early pre-spawn fishing right now. This is when everybody gets excited at the beginning of the year. It's like, are those fatties gonna be out there? We're gonna find out today. It's very cold, but our lake we are on, it's a little bit warmer. We're down here in Texas, so this should be early pre-spawn conditions. We're gonna be focusing on a couple of things. Just starting out, things that come out to mind are jerkbait. We're gonna be probably throwing a wacky rig and also a swim jig. Some of the baits we got right now that we're gonna focus on, we got the Berkeley Cutter 110. We got a swim jig. This is made by Zorro Baits. This is a Wesley Strader design jig right here. It's got a small head on it. It's designed to come through the grass. We got a lot of grass on this lake that we're at, so this is going to be a key lure, I'm thinking, right now. And then we also got a biospawn and wacky rig this time of year, and into spawn is always killer. So we're going to start out with those two things. Maybe a lipless crankbait, I don't know, but we're going to go get some big ones. Let's do it.
Just looking at some grass lines right now around some points. It's really one of the first areas you want to start off at the beginning of the year. Start out with main lake points and kind of work your way into the creeks. At the very beginning of the pre-spawn, those bass are going to be right at the beginnings of the creeks. This grass line right here has really got a good little edge to it, and it's on a point. So this is some of the stuff we want to focus on starting out, and then we'll go out to the rest of the lake and see what's going on. That's always a good starting point. Sweet. All right. I'm actually going to start out with this Cutter 110, and Rob, you're throwing that swim jig, right? The Zorro swim jig. So we're gonna hit this grass line. My hands are cold, by the way. It's one of the things you gotta deal with early, fishing early. We're at 15 foot right here. This grass line is strong, like it drops straight off. We're basically just fishing our baits right on the edge of it to see if there's any fish pushed up. I'm not seeing any bait so far, so it's one thing to keep in mind, but with this jerkbait, you really can't fish it too slow. The pre-spawn, you just want to reel it down, and then 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, maybe get 3, 4 seconds. Fish just kind of load up on it.
So that's really good for your line, right?
Oh yeah, have a knot right in there.
That's perfect. That's exactly.
It's a good way to start out the year, early pre-spawn fishing. Our water right now is 58 degrees. That's really good. You know, typically early pre-spawn, we're probably looking at low 50s, but we're actually mid to high 50s right now, which is when you can start using those moving baits. That's when I like to pick up a spinnerbait, a chatterbait, a swim jig. Anything over 55, it seems the fish start to hit those consistent moving baits a little more. And below that, I really like to fish the jerk bait, but good thing about having two people in the boat is we can kind of experiment and see what they're actually going to hit best. Had to put on an extra layer. Don't recommend going out in the early pre-spawn without multiple layers. We're at another point. We went a little bit farther south on the lake, which is it's kind of opposite of what you would do on a normal lake. Just depends on the wind. When you're getting southern winds, the northern pockets will usually warm up first to get those sunny days. We got just a very, very cold day today, so sometimes it pays off to go south where that water will actually be a little bit warmer because there's deeper water closer to the dam. We got a dam right here behind us.
It's crazy how much of a wall it is. It'll be like in 30 foot of water, and then
Ooh, got it. Yeah. Got him on the jerkbait, that cutter.
out here in the deep stuff.
Yeah, I just saw a fish on the graph. There we go. See that fish on the graph right there?
Oh, you got one more on.
He's barely hooked, just swiped at it.
Look at him down there. See the one that came up with him?
Ooh, man, this is pretty water. Pretty water. Ooh, yeah. Pretty typical on a jerkbait to get them just right outside the face sometimes. I don't even know if I can land this fish, pull them in. I'm gonna have to probably, I'm gonna spot lock us here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh man, you know, getting your hands wet in this kind of weather is death. There we go, right there. Nice, pretty healthy fish, but just hooked right on the outside of the face there of that cutter. This is kind of a translucent color, which is good for the water that we're fishing. And that fish just swiped at it, just kind of loaded up. With a jerkbait, you want a fairly soft rod that can handle that. You get so many fish on jerkbaits that just barely hooked outside of the face, so it's good to have sharp hooks on there. And you got 3 trebles on here, so you got a good chance. Good fish to start the day with. First bite was on the jerkbait, so we'll see what else we can get. See you, dude. Every time on these little points. See them? Got him?
Yep.
Yes. Attaboy.
Sit up!
Oh, come on! Do-do-do-do-do-do! Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready? I'm about to flip him right in your face, Rackley. Oh, almost off the other side of the boat. There we go. Oh. Another one. Right in the face. Oh, that's a pretty long one, huh? Huh? Huh?
Nice.
Well, the bait that just soaked that sucker up is a Catchco Gator Hog 3.75 inches. That was the bait that just did the work, baby. I like this color a lot better than this clear water. That watermelon red.
There's a fish. Just a little guy. Don't really want him. First cast on a new point though. Let's see. That was on the lipless. Let's try this. It's a good pot for a jerkbait. There's one. Got him on the cutter. Yep, right on the end there. This is a better fish. He's got me in grass. Oh, never mind. He's a little one, he was just in grass. And there's a stump right there. There's a little guy on that cutter. Might be a little school right here. I got that first one on that lipless crankbait and I said, oh man, if they're hitting that, and we don't have, I didn't see any grass, jerkbait in open water is a little bit better. Little guy, but sign of life. There he is.
Got him?
Yep, came back and grabbed it. It's not a giant, but we just knocked slack in it. Hit it, whacked it sideways. That paws, they hit it on the paws. They're actually eating it good now.
Well, throw this at him.
Picked up a few fish right there. That was the most action we've seen. That was on that cutter. We've noticed a point across the way though, not too far, that's got a lot of timber on it. Which, timber, pre-spawn, there can be big ones there. So we're gonna roll over there and see if we can get a bigger bite on some of that hardwood. Oh, right by the boat. Yeah, oh, it came off. Dang, dude. Just rolled up to this new hole. We're gonna see if if we can get a bite. I see bait on here already. That's a good sign. I do like to see timber. Timber is nice. And a little bit of wind. Ooh. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that is a fish. Very small one. I didn't even think I had one. Where's the 10-pounder coming to eat him? Another fish on the cutter, eating it good. All 3 hooks. Small though, it's not what we came over here for. Jerkbait's a really easy target though for any fish. What you want is a big fish to have it sideways in their mouth. That's the ideal goal. But another fish true to the pattern here on these points. Main lake. There's another one. No, it is even smaller. Oh, yeah. Another bruiser. Oh, he's in a tree. Just another small one here.
What the heck was that? You see that?
What do you got here, Rob?
That didn't fight like a bass. If there's no other way. That seriously is not fighting like a bass, but it's either.
Dude, it's a bowfin.
Yeah, I was like, that is not fighting like a bass at all.
Prehistoric fish.
What the heck? All right. I had no idea those were even in here.
Might want the pliers on this one.
I was like, that felt real weird, but I set the hook anyway. Did you see him come jumping out of the water?
That's a good one.
Kind of fights like a wet noodle, but then he starts kicking a little bit. You want to grab him?
Is that a joke?
Hey, I gotta hold him up, man. Gotta get him in the boat.
Okay, now these things are pretty slimy. They're pretty.
That's why I haven't.
They got really sharp teeth.
He's got a nice slime cut on him. I had no idea those were even in here.
This is kind of a rare thing right here.
That's
Catch one
cool.
of these. Absolutely, it's cool. Okay, so I would suggest going in the plier game.
His teeth aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing down there? This thing felt like a wet noodle. You want me to? Oh, thank God we got the good pliers here.
There it is.
Don't roll.
Listen to him crunching on that hook.
Yeah, he's Calm yourself, man. Look at this sucker. Looks like a eel.
Look at those colors, man. That's wild.
Well, wasn't coming undone. Hey.
Okay, hey. That was a big bite. Not the bass we were looking for, but that's a big bite.
Yeah, that's an interesting looking fish. Blue fins, sharp teeth, really strong jaw. Go ahead and just kind of give you a good, and see you later. That was weird, was not expecting that, had no idea those were even in here.
All right, me and Rob are wrapping up our day here. We tried to go for that big bass bite at the end of the day on the grass line. He ended up catching a nice bowfin, which is always a rare treat. But really today was all about the jerkbait and fishing Texas rig on those points. The main lake points seem to be the best. We tried going up into some little secondary points, some little creek areas. Never got anything going. That's typical early pre-spawn. Starting on points is always key. Now the Berkeley Cutter 110, this is a bait that is a suspending jerkbait. It's got a short lip on here. It's got the 3 treble hooks. Really good color for the water that we're fishing today. I was fishing it on 10-pound fluorocarbon line. Fluorocarbon's key when you're fishing jerkbaits. You don't want to fish mono because mono floats and it makes the nose of that bait go up. So fluorocarbon lets it suspend just like it's supposed to sit in the water, and you gotta pause it. Pauses are the key to jerkbaits. Almost all your bites will come on that pause. Also want a fairly soft rod. I was fishing a 7-foot medium action rod. Sometimes I'll go a little shorter or a little lighter depending on the water. But today, fishing around those grass lines, we had some trees. It was better to have a little bit more power in the rod just so we could get those fish out of there. And speed on jerk baits really doesn't matter for the gear ratio. You're working the rod, or you're working the bait with the rod rather than the reel, and you're just reeling in your slack with it. But that was a key bait. We threw the exo stick for a little while. Rob had some decent fish on that. That's also a good bait because a stick bait, anytime in the pre-spawn, early pre-spawn, doesn't have a lot of movement. As you can see, we had snow on the ground today. The water's pretty cold. Fish aren't gonna be moving a whole lot when the water's cold. And they're bait fish, the prey species that they're after, they're not gonna be moving very much either. So stick baits, whether hard or soft, they work very well in the early pre-spawn. So if you wanna get more cool baits like this, you can sign up for Mystery Tackle Box. Go to the link in the description, it'll make it real easy to sign up, or visit the website for more tips and details. See you, dude.